Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Hercule here, and I am back. Thank you so much for the support on the previous video. It was I really appreciate the support. I know the music was kind of loud, so hopefully this should be fixed in this video. And yeah, so the thing is that I haven't been able to upload the last 2 weeks battles because I did get sick, and so I had a really bad cough, and I still have it. So if I do cough during the video, then I do sincerely apologize. And yeah, so since basically the thing is that it's been quite a while, and we're in Wake 4 now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go over the team builders, and I'm going to show 2 battles in one video today. The team builder is not going to be too in-depth, just very basic team builders, and yeah, I will just comment it during the battles and go from there. So yeah, welcome. First of all, I'm going to be going over my week 2 battle, which was against HayesL, a really good friend of mine. I think in the past few weeks, after the battle especially, we've become really good friends, and he's been a huge help in a lot of other leagues battles I've been working on, and and yeah, just a really good guy. I will leave his link in the description. Please check him out. So anyways, he has quite a nasty team, and I'll just quickly go over some of the threats on his team that are scary. So he has Celesteela, Mega Altaria, Terrakion, he got Alolan Muck, Alolan Marowak, Porygon Z, and other miscellaneous ones. So right off the bat, because he has a Terrakion, I think the first mon I really wanted to bring was Galarian Weezing, just a defensive Galarian Weezing to just take the hits. He does have access to webs as well, so I really wanted to bring Defog. Defog, Strange Steam, Pain Split for recovery, and Will Wisp to burn like a Celesteela coming in, or like a Terrakion or something. Just a very standard set. Levitate so that I don't get hit by earthquakes. I have the Araquanid, so this is a very offensive Araquanid. I initially the speed investment is for like a no speed Celesteela. Just a standard sticky web lead. Sticky web really helps some of my later mods clean up the late game, which is very nice. Liquidation and Leech Life are stabs. Sticky web is great for the speed decrease, and Magic Code is there in case I want to like steal his rocker. So like, let's say if he leads his Uxie or his Swampert, I can just steal rocks from them. So very standard Araquanid, just hit hard as I can and get up webs. Next up is my Chandelure. The Chandelure was there to break his team with Fire Blast, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, and Will-O-Wisp. The defense is there so that I can like take a hit from something like a Celesteela or like a weaker hit from Swampert, and then KO them back and do some massive damage with this team, with this one. Next up, I have a Tornadus. Now, this Tornadus's job is to swap into Celesteela and essentially stop it using Leech Seeds. You know, just stop the Leech Seeds, taunt away the Leech Seeds, knock away the leftovers, and then just U-turn out. It had enough speed for a max speed Terrakion that is not scarfed. Next up is my Wincon, which is my Mega Tyranitar. So I'm going with Dragon Dance Substitute, Stone Edge, Earthquake. This Tyranitar absolutely cleans up the late game. Just enough speed where at +2 I am outrunning an Adamant Scarf Terrakion. The enough attack is there where at +2 I can just Oko a max defense Celesteela +2 with Stone Edge, and Earthquake is just some very massive coverage. I feel there's a lot of things on his team that I can sub up on, which is really nice. Finally, I have a Choice Spec Larios, to hit as hard as I physically can. Draco Meteor, Thunderbolt, Psychic Ice Beam, just standard coverage, just hit as hard as physically possible. He does have an Alolan Muck, which is why I'm carrying the Choice Specs. So otherwise I would have gone for a yeah, I was still going for choice specs. Never mind. Sorry, my memory is really hazy. This happened like a few weeks ago. So yeah, just standard coverage, hit as hard as possible, break holes in the team, and the late game is to have mega Tyranitar sweep. So let's get on with the game, and very much what I expected. Now the interesting thing is I did not expect the Mega Altaria because I have a lot of Pokemon that kind of wallet. I have a Galarian Weezing, just a lot of Pokemon wallet very nicely. So I was kind of shocked when the Mega Altaria came. But anyways, lead. So anyways, let's start with our leads. I think he will lead maybe like Terrakion or something. So I have a Sash Araquanid, so it's very nice. Like let's say if he's trying to go for rocks, I can like Oko him like at the start of the game. So yeah, let's have a look. So turn the music off. There we go. So Rotom goes for the trick, and I did not expect the trick. To be fair, I thought it would like volt switch out, so I thought I could go for like a free liquidation there. So yeah, he gives me the choice scarf. I go for the liquidation, and that does a lot of damage. And with this, he's gonna volt switch out, and I think he goes into his Mega Altaria. I feel it's a great opportunity to just click liquidation and just try breaking as much as I can. I go into my Weezing thinking it's more like a physical Mega Altaria, and even special won't do that much damage to it. So I feel very safe into it, knowing I can just click Strange Steam and I can just scare it away. He Mega Evolves and he goes for the Hyper Voice, and it does a decent amount of damage. And yeah, he clicks Fire Blast, and that crit, he crits, and that crit sucks. That crit really sucks, because if that Fire Blast did not crit, I did calc that Mega Altaria had very little Spectacular investment. My Weezing would have lived those two hits very easily, and I could have gotten like a big pain split. But the fact that he got a max roll, he got the absolute max critical roll, just it cripples my Galarian Weezing for the rest of the game. And this is annoying because he has a Terrakion in the back, which my team just does not appreciate. I did go for the Will-O-Wisp thinking he would go like his Celesteela or like the Alolan Muck. So yeah, here he can just go for a free Hyper Voice. So I go into my Tornado Asterion to scout. I think I should have gone into Chandelure looking back. So yeah, I'm going to go for Hurricane. He goes for the Roost, which is very annoying because now he can just stall them out. I go for the Taunt to disable the Roost, so I can just keep clicking as many moves as possible. Then I'm gonna U-turn out, go into Araquanid to kind of sack it to the Mega Altaria because it's not important anymore. Trying to get as much damage off as with liquidation as possible, and down goes my Araquanid. And now his turn ends. I go into my Larios so that I could revenge it. Here I should have probably clicked Draco, but if in case he did stay in thinking that he was trying to sack off his Mega Altaria, I could have been in huge trouble. And the Alolan Muck was kinda there basically. So yeah, I'm gonna go and switch into my Galarian Weezing. I think it's a very safe switch. Do get my Black Sludge knocked off, which is really bad. I want to go for the Pain Split, and he makes a very good choice and goes into Rotom Mow, which again sets me back because that's another free Volt Switch. And now he can just go back into the Alolan Muck and threaten me again. So here I try and pivot into my Mega Tyranitar, hoping I can set up on this thing, like maybe it doesn't have like Brick Break or any like fighting coverage. So that I can, set up a substitute and like click Dragon Dance. So I set up the Sandstorm, he goes for the Gunk Shot, barely does anything, really confident, and I go for the sub. And this was again a mistake because I forgot Mega Altaria's Hyper Voice goes through sub, so I'm like, oh shit, what did I do? So yeah, I panic. I'm like, oh damn, this just gave him a free switch. And this is why you calc, guys. Basically, if I had calced, I would have seen that my Mega Tyranitar would have lived the hit, and I could have very easily been behind the sub, he would have died to the Sandstorm, and I would have had a Mega Tyranitar behind the sub at +1/+1, which could have actually, you know, set up the game really well. It didn't matter that much in the end because his Terrakion was Jolly Scarfed. So either if I tried going for the +2, I would have been revenged by the Terrakion. If I didn't go for the +2, then Celestia would have lived the hit and killed me in return. So I make the dumbest possible move and I just go into Chandelure, which just takes a boatload of damage from the Mega Altaria. And now this thing is weakened, and he can just go into Terrakion and fire off a very free Stone Edge. Nothing I can do there because my Weezing is so low. I go into my Latios and try to hit something as hard as possible. Draco connects, does a lot of damage. I go back into my Mega Tyranitar hoping I can pivot around it again, thinking he would like over predict like last time. But no, he makes a smart play and he just goes for the break, and yeah, there goes my Mega Tyranitar. Basically, I'm fighting at the back and this is just not looking good. I click Hurricane. He gets confused, hits through the confusion and gets a Poison Touch. So this is just hacks biting me in the ass really hard. And there's literally nothing I can do. I cannot win. I taunt away the Celesteela's Leech Seeds. But since I'm poisoned, I will die eventually. So I'm just trying to play around, maybe trying to salvage something, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think what I should have done is I should have sacked the Weezing or something, and then I should have like tried killing it with Lati. And yeah, just the rest of the game is gonna be yeah, and again we have the miss, so that's annoying. So the Celesteela is just gonna sit on me and just stall me the rest of the game out. So GG to Hayes. He does know this, that Fire Blast crit did matter hard, but he had very good prep against me, and yeah, that prep just really, you know, caught me off guard, and he picked up a very nice 4-0 win. So again, GG Hayes. Think that was a really good battle. I did play kind of bad as well with the Mega Tyranitar plays, but hey, you know, you win some, you lose some. So yeah, there was my week 2 battle, which I lost 4-0. So now I'm going into week 3 with a 1-1 record. And week 3 I fight MetaKnightKing, and if I can just quickly get his team. Sorry, I should have had these on already. Yeah, so I'm just gonna quickly go over it. His team is Rain Coco, so he has Tapu Koko, Hydreigon, Scizor, Pelipper, Mega Swampert, Cacturne, Emolga, Cofagrigus, HayesL, Miltank. Just a lot of threats that are super powerful in Rain. And yeah, just quickly noting, I feel that his biggest threat is a Twist Bandit Scizor that can just click U-turn against my team. So I think that's a big threat. I'm not that concerned about anything else. I feel Cofagrigus is also another big threat. If it runs like Body Press, Shadow Ball, it just nukes my Sand Core. Does a lot of damage to a lot of my other things. So these two are the main Pokemon I'm scared of, particularly Scizor. If it runs like U-turn, Dual Wing Beat, Bullet Punch, and Superpower. Yeah, mainly that. The other Pokemon, I feel safe playing around them because I have very good switch-ins to them. And my first Pokemon I'm going to exploit versus a Rain Draft is Heliolisk. Now, this mon is incredible. I'm going for a Glare sub Glare set because this thing can freely come in on Pelipper every single time, and I can just sub and I can like Glare his Mega Swampert, for example. Thunder and Hyper Voice are the 2 stabs I need are more than enough, so I can just break through his draft. This set is just so nice. It breaks through his draft very nicely. Enough speed for a Jolly Max Speed Hydreigon that isn't scarfed. And yeah, and just max special attack and a little bit of bulk to just help me take those hits. The second Pokemon I have is a Spadef Audino, and this is her first game which is coming. This is the first time I'm trying normal Audino, which I'm very excited about. I'm going with Thunder Wave Witch, knockoff Ice Beam. Thunder Wave is very cool to stop a lot of his threats, like if I want to stop his Hydreigon. It also discourages Scizor from coming in, so that, like, if I ran Toxic, for example, it could just come into my Audino every time, and it would be very annoying. Wish is there to like keep the rest of my Pokemon healthy, because I'm going with the strategy of trying to play safe switches to a lot of his team, because I can actually afford to do that. Knockoff is there so that I can, like, for example, swap into a Scarf Hydreigon and like knock off something's item. Knockoff just looked really good in this matchup, and Ice Beam is just there so I can hit everything for just, you know, a little bit of damage here and there. So yeah, just a standard Spadef Audino. Just swap into Hydreigon and, you know, his other special threats, and just try to pass off witches and knock off items. Yeah, and heavy duty boots are there in case like he sets up rocks and I can just pivot around freely around them. Next of all, so he has Mega Swamp, Rain Mega Swampert, and I think I have one of the best answers to it in Tangela. So I'm bringing a defensive Tangela with max HP, enough speed for a no speed Pelipper and a Scizor. They're just nice to have so that I can like click Leech Seeds versus them, or I can like Giga Drain them off. Leech Seeds are there because his grass is a Cacturn and I just don't feel Cacturn comes versus me. So Leech Seed is very free against this team. Giga Drain is there for that little bit of recovery. Toxic is there in case he brings like a Sapsipper Miltank for this thing. And Knockoff is there just to like remove items. So this thing is gonna be just a very basic Mega Swampert answer. Just come in and try to, you know, act as a mid pivot. Next up, I have an Excadrill, a very bulky Excadrill that acts as a pivot into Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko without any hidden powers cannot touch this set at all. Like the best it can do is like click Nature's Madness. And even then, like Dazzling Gleam is doing like 21 to 25 to the set. So just enough speed for a no speed Miltank, max HP so that I can hit. Max HP is there so I can tank hits better, and I did not need any more bulk because this is my sole Tapu Koko switch in. So I can just put the rest in attack. Earthquake and Rock Tomb. Earthquake is there, just hits everything really nicely with Mold Breaker. Also hits his Azelf and Hydreigon. Stealth Rocks, I feel this is also a really good rock setter in this game as well. And Rapid Spin's there in case like he sets up Toxic Spikes with his Cofagrigus, or sets up rocks versus me. So just a really nice spinner, very good Tapu Koko pivot. I'm so glad I own this thing. Next up, I have a Wincon Tornadus. Now this Tornadus' goal is to clean up the late game. So like, let's say in case I have cleaned up his faster threats like Tapu Koko, I can just click Nasty Plot and clean with Hurricane and Sludge Wave. Or if his team is weakened, and I can just click Agility and then I can clean from there. Life Orb, max special attack to hit as hard as possible. Enough speed to outrun a max speed. Oh gosh. I forgot what the speed was for. Okay, no. Enough speed to outrun a Adamant Mega Swampert in Rain. Yeah, so like an Adamant Mega Swampert in Rain after an Agility, and the rest I put it in HP. Very simple Tornado set. Just click and break. Just click and clean up the late game with this Tornado set. Very straightforward. Lastly, I have Araquanid, and I did not know what last one I wanted to put purely because that Cofagrigus is so good against me. With Shadow Ball and Body Press, it was just cleaning a lot of my team. So I thought, okay, let me bring an Araquanid that does not get at one destroyed by a Mummy. So that if, like, let's say if I click physical moves with Liquidation, my Water Bubble will be taken away, and that just nerfs my damage. So I thought, my opponent has Rain already, and Water Bubble is still boosting my attacks to insane amounts. So I can just go for Scald, and I think I can hit very hard with Scald under Rain as well. And the fact is that the Cofagrigus would be uh, Fizz Def. I think taking it from the special defensive side is going to be a lot nicer. Enough speed to outrun a no speed Scizor, and just the rest in HP, so I can just take the hits a little bit better. So yeah, there is my team for week 3. Let's jump into our week 3 game, and I'm gonna swap sides. There we go. So looking at his team, I am very happy. I'm pretty much what I expected he would bring, really. So I think Heliolisk is a very safe lead. So I can just click Thunders if he goes for Pelipper. If he does lead like if he does lead Hydreigon, I have a very safe Audino lead. If he leads Coco, I can just swap into Excadrill. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on into the game. So he leads Tapu Koko, and I lead Araquanid. Okay, so I lead Araquanid, and I go into Excadrill. Excadrill is so free against Tapu Koko. He clicks Nature's Madness, which kind of sucks. It does cripple my Excadrill quite a bit, but yeah, I just feel very safe coming into the Tapu Koko, and I know I can pass it or wish along in the late game. So I feel this is a really good opportunity, so I can set up rocks on him. So I click rocks and he goes into Pelipper. Again, I have a very safe switch into the Heliolisk, so I'm gonna go into that, and he doubles into Swampert, which was an interesting play. I'm surprised he didn't defog there, if anything, because this just allows me to get chip damage on this roster. So yeah, I'm not worried. I go into Tangela. It's a very safe swap. He goes into Hydreigon, and yeah, the fact that I have safe switches into all these mons is really good, because with rocks, his team is taking chip damage every single turn. So yeah, he goes into Cofagrigus. I think I'm gonna knock here. Yep, I knock. He was Skulberry. Yeah, so that maybe it would like lure my Mega Tyranitar. I go into Araquanid, figure I can take anything. Will-O-Wisp doesn't affect me because I'm Water Bubble and I am special, and this is a great chance to click a very powerful Scald in the rain. So yeah, I'm gonna click Scald, and it crits. Crit didn't matter. It would have killed in the rain anyways. I did look at it and it was like a Fizz Def Cofagrigus. So yeah, that crit didn't matter. Araquanid is just that powerful in rain, and this allows him to go into Tapu Koko. Again, this is just a very free Excadrill switch, because I can always swap into Excadrill and not care. And he goes into Swampert, so I'm gonna play this game again. I'm just gonna keep playing this game because I have very safe pivots into everything on his team. He goes for the Ice Sponge, it does absolutely nothing, and I feel it's a very safe lead seed. So I click the lead seed, and this just helps me recover. I go into Araquanid. If he is dual Wing Beat, so be it. I want to try and get off as much damage as possible, and I did creep it for a no speed Scizor. So I know for a fact that I can click Scald, outrun it and click Scald, but we'll see here that he is faster than me, and he had a bit of speed EVs, which I don't know why he put the speed EVs, but hey, there we go. It cripples me, and he does get the burn. The burn, now, he said the burn mattered, but I feel it did not, because I have a Heliolisk that can just swap into the Scizor and revenge it very easily. Even at +2, it takes a supposed bullet punch. So yeah, I'm just gonna sack off my Araquanid. I mean, it did its job really well to break. And I go into Excadrill. Bullet punch will barely do anything, and I just want to KO it. Want to click Rock Tomb. KZ goes Pelipper, and down goes the Scizor. And this is big because the two Pokemon I was fearing the most are gone, and the rest of his 4 Pokemon, I can play a very safe game against them. Like, I have dedicated pivots that I can just go into every single time, and he just fails to break me. Like, he can't do anything to break any of these pivots. Like, yeah, he goes for the rocks, but you know, even then I'm just gonna be able to keep getting damage off. Like you see that how much that Giga Drain did. This feels so nice. I go into Heliolisk, really safe, and I can just click sub on this very safely. He goes into Hydreigon. I click sub. This is a very free Hyper Voice. I'm gonna go for the Hyper Voice. Oh no, he goes for the Earth Power, so he's definitely Scarf, and I can go for the Hyper Voice. And yeah, he's gonna kill me, so I'm just gonna go Audino. Yeah, no need to overpredict, just play very safely. And he does sack off the okay, yeah, he swaps. Okay, so I pass off a Wish and I click Ice Beam, and this is just gonna return my Audino to full health. So yeah, I can just keep pivoting in and out, in and out. He does not have momentum on the Swampert, which makes my life a lot easier. Rocks do kill the Hydreigon. Went for the Giga Drain, and yeah, he just cannot do anything to me. I'm gonna go into Audino because I am Spadef, and I can just pass very free Witches to my Excadrill. Yeah, so I can just click Wish, just pass Wishes to my Excadrill, and just make it where the Tapu Koko just cannot hurt me at all. And yeah, right now I can just click Rock Tomb very freely. Pelipper is gonna come in. It's gonna die to 2 on swapping, and bam. Yeah, just puts it in the lower 3, and this Excadrill is pulling fine with the next work. Yeah, down goes the Pelipper. He's gonna go into Swampert, and yeah, I'm just gonna finish off this game very quickly. Go into Tangela, take the Ice Punch, Giga Drain, and kill the Swampert. Oh, and he gets a crit there. Helps me recover my HP full, and he goes into Tapu Koko, but then I have a full health Excadrill, so he cannot kill me. So GG to Meta Knight. I was very scared of a banded Scizor the entire game, and the fact is that when the Scizor and competitors died, I just felt I could play this game super safely, have his Mon come and take rocks damage, and I could just win the game like that. So yeah, anyways, thank you very much everyone for watching the battle. Sorry the upload took a long time, but thank you all very much for the support. Sorry if maybe it wasn't the best quality, and yeah, hopefully from next week I will be uploading full team builders and going from there. So yeah, take it easy everyone, and peace out.